pleasant Thursday. Still morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. So, good afternoon, Lafaine.
Afternoon, Mama. How you doing?
Me there, me dear.
Nice to see you dance and enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Be glad for sister you can do it too.
Listen, I just accept that it comes with the territory in this
Yeah.
profession, so
Yeah.
we just try to do our best and move on and
Yeah.
work with it and give thanks same way.
Let me tell you something, Lafaine. As I said to the listeners earlier on, I have never had to deal with technical issues before, not at this level.
Right.
And, you know, well, the probably biggest challenge I ever had is when the first time I saw the board of a radio station and was told that this is what I was working behind. But haven't gotten over that trauma.
Right. You level up another level.
Look here. But, you know, it's interesting. You know, when the day is done, because we have to keep moving. So sometimes we're just in keeping moving. We don't even think too much about what really happened.
Definitely.
But you know that time in the night, usually when you look up into the ceiling and everything come to
Everything
you.
come.
All right. Wonderful. And what have we learned? Well, life teaches us to be a trooper because nowadays we have to be.
Definitely. We have to learn to pivot, as they say.
Yes. And there's an option, you know, and the option is actually throwing your hands up in despair.
Right.
And deciding that me can't do it.
Can't bother.
That's an option still, you know what I mean? And sometimes it looks like a valid option.
Definitely. Winners know when to call it quits.
Yes. Sometimes you have to just know when to call it quits. But I guess that is something that everybody know about. But, you know, sometimes we have to know when not to call it quits.
Definitely.
So that's a lesson that we both had this morning.
I life, you know, but just because I always tell people that when I was young, I used to get more worked up about certain things and get flustered. And you know what, Mr. Listen, what is within my control, I control, and what is out of my control, I'm just make it happen as it's supposed to happen, you know?
Absolutely. And as the little gem says, the greatest thing is to know the difference
Definitely.
between what you can control
Definitely.
and what you can't control.
Yes.
You know? So yes, that's that. So now tell me the story, you know, and then we talk.
Bad mind Cavella fan me up, Mama, so I'm guessing she wants you to bigger up. So yeah, let's just get that out of the way and then we go to the story.
Come bless up yourself, me G.
One big fan of me I get in here, I'm gonna do a thing. But yes. So our story today, in our Untangling the Trending, it's reported that investigators have launched a search for a female bank employee who allegedly made off with more than $35 million from a St. Anne-based financial institution.
St. Anne again.
It's alleged that the employee loaded the cash into a bag and walked out of the institution after telling her supervisors that she was heading for lunch. When she failed to return from lunch, a probe by the bank revealed that millions of dollars from its vault had gone missing. It was later discovered that the bank employee had fled the island after boarding a flight for Canada.
You know what? You know, I'm happy I'm not a criminal lawyer.
Listen,
you know? Because the amount of holes in the story there alone.
First of all,
look here.
How she load, like, all right, I get that as bank employees you have access to certain areas but you're telling me that nobody saw her at all when she was
unloading all $35 million. When we can actually see the activity happening in the bank when we are just in the bank in the line.
Exactly.
Come on. Look here. This is getting very serious, you know.
Yes. Very
because it's so
concerning.
Yes, because it's obvious that it's a serious level of collusion.
Definitely. Right. Because definitely she didn't act alone. There's no way.
No. If you go to the bank and you get $20,000 in your hand, you are try find all kind of way to position it in a your bag.
Exactly.
That it can hold.
First of all, yeah, try hide the kind of you don't know who in the bank. Probably I watch it
Thank
too.
you.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
try-
you block the people them in the line and I try stuff your little much in and we are talking, make we say 20,000 tops.
right.
And you are trying to squeeze that in your bag. But this lady here now had the leisure. First of all, the access
That's
to
right.
the vault.
That's right. Apparently, she was a manager.
You know?
But I'm saying the cameras aren't there. Cameras supposed to be in those areas, especially so that if something suspicious is taking place, like somebody removing this large sum of money, then and putting it then into a bag. What kind of
That again.
It's just
Look at the
mind-blowing.
camera, them and go point power.
We exactly. Where's the footage of all of this happening inside of the bank before she exit for go on her lunch? So even when she was leaving, I don't know what kind of bag she put it in, but I'm saying
I can't her handbag.
exactly that's what I'm saying. So there was no suspicion raised that okay, away Miss Jean, sorry, Miss X RY are going so much.
Eh. So, me never see her pack up so yet when she leave.
Exactly.
And not only just that, but me did see her in her vault.
Right.
No, where are the dots that, look here, let me tell you something, you see, bank people, it come in like, look here, I don't even want to talk about this lovely program, what it come in like, you know, but everything no makes sense.
Nope.
When I heard this, it's like everybody more alarmed about the fact that, you know, she take out the money and she go, I'm alarmed about the fact that they really think that we buy this story.
Exactly. And just that, oh my goodness, it's just this one person.
Yes. Wait, don't even go there so yet. Don't go there so yet, Lafaine. But here the next thing. Them not see she take the money. Them not see when she left with the money with the big bag. But them sure says a one-way ticket to Canada she got.
Exactly. Yeah. The maths no maths at all. The maths not mathsing.
So you know exactly where she gone. You know what kind of ticket she buy. The only little problem you have now is that you don't know how she get the money.
Exactly. Yep. That's suspicious. Very suspicious.
Lafaine, make I tell you something. Them people are really take with idiot, you know.
But another thing too that persons were saying is that the money probably is still in Jamaica because there's no way you can go through an airport to board a flight with that amount of money, that sum of money on you.
True.
From you have
That's
a certain
point.
amount, them are gonna say,
Where
you get this from? Where are you
unlike
going?
the bank, immigration is going to ask her what is in the
Yeah,
bag.
exactly. From you put it through whatever it is that you have on you, on your purse, you have to go through all of them something. They will do the full X-ray, sit down to your bone, everything on your hair. All my hair now, you know, them would have searched through this to see me
For me to
stuck
me
up
there.
nothing in there, you
For
know.
me to me
So-
there, the original gets searched.
To see if you
What is
hide
in
nothing
this?
in there.
I wait for time I say me hair.
Exactly. Them do that to me too. In their braid if you catch it up or whatever. So there's no way she could have gone through the bank, through the airport with that amount of money. So
Look here. Lafaine, this story telling me that it is more serious than we think.
exactly.
Not because of what they presented to us, but because of what they presented to us.
Right. It's like you're giving us this, but then there's so many behind it that, you know, under the surface, it's like an iceberg. You're just seeing the tip, but then what's really beneath it is
Exactly. And then the way how these people these banks, the staff members, have been dealing with the fact that they're being caught is another thing that it's almost as though them know say them nah go get no sentence.
That's it.
Like Miss Lady in the wheelchair, no no evidence as to what door, and then
Yes.
and then this one that the documents were leaked. It's as though that one really worried me, you know, because there's an air of entitlement when you're listening to her story, you know.
There is.
It's almost as though she's the only one with issues, and that is why she thief.
But even the way she's being treated now, as if, oh my goodness, you know, as you say, she's the only one who's had ailments or, my goodness, even the cartel has an issue, you know, and you know, like might get no special treatment when you might go court or anything like that.
Thank you. But you mentioned we were mentioning before when we were talking about the issue with Bolt, and we have to keep on talking about this issue with Bolt, because it will just die a natural death.
That's exactly what they want to happen.
That's exactly what 9-day talk. So when we were talking about the issue with Bolt, the first thing is that we realize obviously that these are not just people who are acting alone.
No.
Obviously, they're acting from way up at the top.
Exactly.
We don't know how way up. But the second thing that we spoke about, Lafaine, is that are we now to believe say it's only one somebody?
No.
Are now two?
Nope.
Are now three?
Nope.
Are now four? Eh?
You see the white collar crime something there. So as you say no, who are you gonna blame? You can't blame it on the music and say it's dance all our little man them down at my place where I'm from.
It's not from where you are from, Lafaine.
From the parish where I'm naturalized.
Ay. So
But it's
who
serious,
are we going to blame
man.
now?
It's serious. And then as Kevin and I were saying, is people are gonna start saying, we better go put my money under my mattress, because if I'm supposed to be putting it in an institution where it's supposed to be safe, if the people I'm inside of the bank where the money can't be trusted, then what guarantee is there that when I put my money there, it's safe?
Lafaine, I guess the question now is how we prefer our money to get thief.
Wow.
No, seriously, no.
That's
No,
so
seriously. How do you prefer to be scammed? Do you prefer to go down a my girl parish? Or would you rather, a home invasion?
That's right.
Or the bank? No, serious thing this now,
Serious, man. It's very serious. And there's no assurance. I haven't heard anybody come out to say, XYZ, as in assuring the public when these things happen. There's no real seriousness placed on the issue from my point of view. So
mine too.
I don't know.
It's just like with Bolt. If we're not careful, this will die a natural death. It's dying already.
No one will be held responsible, basically.
Absolutely.
Because if she gone, I Canada now.
You see all that again now. She just gone to Canada, so all right, you mentioned a while ago she can't go with the bag of money. So that means it there. And somebody knows where it is.
Exactly.
And also she can't hide at Canada.
Nope.
Because we have international connections and clauses and all these things. So you know what worries me, Lafaine? Sometimes it's as though once you get hold of the money, you're good. You will take the penalty fee because the penalty is not much.
Right. Wherever you stash it off or whoever you've colluded with, you serve a little time or whatever happens, you get your bail and a slap on the wrist and you're gone again, you're good to go.
Thank you. And that is why I am very convinced that somebody can't walk out of a bank with $35 million because you can, no matter even if I check.
It's true.
No. And nobody not see it.
It's true.
Nobody don't notice it. Anyway,
Yeah.
you see, all of who knows she there Canada on a one-way ticket, I suppose this owner going to be paying our lawyer fee and all these wonderful things because nobody know. But look here, there's a reason why the country stayed away, And one of the reasons, unfortunately, is that your average Joe kind of workout that is really all your teeth. And not said that your teeth.
When you reach a certain level, it's not.
Yes.
And I really called thief again. It's misappropriation of funds and
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's only when you're a pickpocket that you're thief.
Yes. Or a scam. When you're
Or a scam.
low level scammer.
Yes. And you see that lesson that we've been teaching our youth for over decades. Unfortunately, them learning it well. So you see, when them get catch, for them yardstick is people like these. So I'm to the girl we work at bank.
Definitely.
Now.
True.
I chew them at all. I'm to her for chew. No, but me agree with them. I'm to her. I'm to she.
Sad.
Sad. Very, very sad. Because this lady couldn't just walk out in a fair high heel boot out a bank with fair nice bag the size a bag where we know say bank people have.
Mercy. Cannot manage.
Lafaine at 12:33.
Break, yes.
So
They said tangle, yeah. They said
yeah,
it can't untangle at all.
It's like Untengle because we don't have all of the information for Untengle.
Definitely not.
So hopefully nowadays, you hear what me I say nowadays, God willing and technology willing.
That's it. That's it. There you go.
So we'll take a break, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So it's now time for us to join Beau-regard in the Global Connection. Good morning, good afternoon, Beau-regard. Good afternoon, New York.
Good afternoon, Mama Kelly. Good afternoon, Jamaica. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good. We have issues, but you don't know. We're doing quite fine.
A number of issues, here.
Yeah, a number of issues like the whole away.
Wow.
Like when we say the whole away, I mean everywhere in the world you could have there right now. Issues did their wait pan way.
True indeed, Mama Kelly.
You sound low though.
I sound low?
Turn up something.
Good?
Yeah, better.
All right, there you go. You know, Mama Kelly, I started the show today with a song from our sister, Miss Carleen Davis. Today is her birthday, the award-winning Jamaican gospel recording artist, Miss Carleen Davis. Well, Dr. Carleen Davis, OD, I should say.
Happy birthday, my sister.
Yes, happy birthday going out to her, definitely. It was great speaking to her when we did.
It was such a wonderful conversation. Yes. You know, there are some people who, you know, I've never had a chat with, and you know, when you're afforded that opportunity is a wonderful. I've spoken to Carleen, but not in recent times.
Right.
And everyone loved our conversation with her.
Great. I also enjoyed that conversation. That was my very first time, you know, ever speaking to her in person. So I thank you for that interview at the time that we did it, Mama. Yeah,
we both. Me thank you too. Yes. So,
you know, speaking of a gospel artist, yesterday was Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent. For many Christians around the world, you know, so to everybody who's celebrating Lent, we say warm wishes to all of them.
Yeah. Guess so. No,
Mama, you're easy.
no, look here, I'm giving you all the space and time. You can't, you can't say, you know, I'm not giving the time or the space. You know who I was talking to the other day, and I'm sure that I would, you know, I was telling him that we probably can have an interview in the Global Connection. He has a new CD, Little Roy.
Yes.
Remember Little Roy?
Yeah.
Little Roy was singing some bad tune from Orthodox tune. Yes. So he has a new CD coming out. I think it's March. So I promised him that we would do an interview with him in this connection. So I'm sure that's something that we can look forward to having.
Definitely. I have some people that I'm looking forward to speaking with as well. Both of us, Mama Kelly, and you know, in the near future we'll get them on air.
Right.
Let the entire Jamaica and the entire tri-state area hear those conversations with those artists.
Right. Talking to Little Roy on the phone, it's just interesting how accents go, because Little Roy lives in England, and he has been in England for donkey years. And I know people who are not talking children, because children will pick up an accent very quickly, because that's just the nature of how it is. They're going to school and they're going to pick up that accent very quickly. But some Assyrian people now, where they're Jamaica from 19, how long, and them just gone to England now, and them have England accent, not like a rhyme. He said, when we come over, when we come over phone, there's an era, Jamaica nice, you know, in terms of the space and the culture. There's an era of Jamaican brethren. We talk a certain way depending upon the era where them come out or the area where them come out. And you notice sometimes when we talk to interviews with like a Dennis Brown, and him have a thing when him just say, yeah.
The root style, Mama, the article root style, you know.
Well, liquor, I see him thing, you know. I see him thing. Me say no little bit of the queen, that even a little tops.
No, man. Can't change. We are Jamaican.
No, sir.
Can't change. Can't
Him
change.
just step on, yeah. You understand? So it's gonna be a pleasure for us to be talking to them kind of authentic Jamaican Orthodox artists, you know?
Definitely looking forward to it, Mama Kelly.
Yeah.
I also want to say congrats to Haiti on their women's soccer team headed to the World Cup. Congratulations to them.
Yes,
They're going to the World Cup. Actually, it's 6 teams from the CONCACAF that will be going to the World Cup this year, and that's the first time in any gender, whether men or women, that 6 teams from the CONCACAF will be going. That is the Confederation of North, Central America, and Caribbean Association Football. So you have, I believe there's Jamaica.
16 including the women?
No, just 6. 6.
Oh, six. Okay.
Six of
Okay.
those six
Okay.
teams will be headed there. Let me give you the countries. I know Haiti is there, Mama Kelly. Jamaica is there.
Good.
Let me tell you who else is in this. The USA, Canada, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Haiti, and Panama.
Beautiful. Good
So
news.
that's history being made.
Yeah, that is good news for
Yeah.
real.
Congratulations to Haiti once again with all that they're going through.
Right.
You know, as a nation, you know, whether economically, health-wise, you know, financially, whatever the case may be,
in
they're
terms
going
of the
through so much.
tragedies they've been going through with the
Pandemic, the earthquake,
Oh my God! You know,
president
sometimes-
was assassinated.
Yes.
You know, a lot of things.
Sometimes it just takes something like an artist or a sports person or a team to just do well and
Exactly.
just, you know, boost the morale of the entire country.
True indeed, Mama Kelly. And this could be the time where, you know, the country starts to feel some form of, you know, love once again from the rest of
Yes.
the world. I mean,
Yes.
you know, it's almost like, I have to say it, it's almost like they have forgotten Haiti. You know, Mama Kelly?
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel when I see a lot of things that's going on in Haiti. Like, you know, Haiti being one of those nations, well, the very first nation, black nation,
Yes.
to, you know, free themselves from slavery.
I think they're still paying for that.
Yeah. So,
I think they're still paying for that, Beauregard. It's like, how dear Odo. And I think they are still paying for that.
wow.
But them have a rich history. That's a very rich history, and you know we are the ones who need to rally around them. Like all this team, you know, say be a love.
Yeah, man. Whole heap of love. Jamaica, rally behind Haiti. This we see we need a rally behind our Jamaican girls too, you know. But
Yes.
rally behind Haiti. The same way we that cheer for the Argentina and the Brazil. Want to rally behind Haiti. Wear some
Same,
flags
sir.
and Haiti shirt and marching at the street and show them
Same,
some
sir.
love.
Same like how them rally behind we, because they give us a lot of love, you know.
They do.
So
They
we
do.
need to know what it means to just ride forward at you.
True indeed.
Yeah, man.
And in speaking of sports, the relays are this weekend as well in Jamaica. The Gibson games.
Yeah. Oh, they are.
So that's another big thing.
Yeah,
in
that's a big
Jamaica.
one. That's
Yeah,
a big
man.
one. You know, we're a real sprint country because, you know, we start honing our talents very, very early in the game, you know.
Of course. You have to. You have to. And that's what a lot of other countries are doing. They start teaching some of their athletes from them at 6 and 7.
Yeah.
You know, and just train them, and by the time you look them in a Olympics,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah,
we
man.
have to rally, we have to identify the talent in these youths who are willing to go that route in their lives, to, you know, dedicate their lives to sports.
Yeah,
And
man.
you know, and get behind them and train them and help them and support them. You know, big up to our team, Jamaica Bickle, you know, who has been helping our athletes for many, many years. Mr. Erwin Clear and all the other members involved. You know, we have to get behind the athletes from an early age and support them
Yeah.
and show them the way.
Especially in sports because it doesn't last indefinitely. So for the time that they're there, they really have to see what them can accomplish and how much, and you know,
Yes, Mama.
yeah.
All right, sticking in Jamaica, Mama, there's this story that's been going around about a bank somewhere in St. Anne, where they're saying that one of the employees, well, I guess former employee, you know, She put $35 million in a bag, walked out, said she was going on a lunch break, and never came back. And when you look at Canada, she land.
You believe that story there?
May I wonder? Cause may I get ready for link Pauline now, Mama Kelly, see if Pauline can go.
Sniff it out. We'll tell you, Pauline to the rescue. Because she have 4 shoes now, so you know what I'm saying? She can get busy.
Snow is no problem. Snow is no problem for Pauline right now. So we want to know if Pauline can get on the case like a rintintin or something. And find out what really are going. So we say, Mama Kelly, it sounds like there's any credibility to the story itself?
Well, we have a thing where we have on this program Untengle, where we say Untengle the trending. So me and producer Lafaine Untengle the trending. And that was what we untangled this morning. And to be honest with you, Beau-regard, when I first heard the story or read the story, it just seemed like it had so many holes in the story from the word go that I'm thinking, is this real?
I'm not cutting you, Mama Kelly, but the first thing that stood out to me, and you might say this too, I'm wondering, this 35 million can all fit in one bag where she can just walk out the door with it?
Everybody, I wonder, even if I went check.
Wow.
No, it's just, there's so many holes. First of all, the vault. All right. So you and I go into bank and we see the vault sometimes. Sometimes we see when they have one door where they have a key where only certain people can go through. And we figure, say, there's the money there, right? So you realize how many security measures there are to get to the vault. Just by just us looking from in the line, right? So she now bypass all of that, so she have access to the vault. That's the first thing. She have so much access to the vault that she take out $35 million. Nobody in the bank no question that, wonder how she do it, why she do it.
Not even that, Mama Kelly, before she even get to the money, is anyone allowed to be in the vault by themselves at any time?
At that, me I say, the vault is a high security area where we a camera supposed to there. Because we see them, we don't see the staff, them and hold up them thing, man, and a swipe door, man, and a swipe on next door. Because I don't know if you're looking about me no top so look and a swipe on next door. A peer swiping a go on, but they come like, oh, we one can't get our money behind there. Because that you see I go on. Anyway, they swipe in. So me figure say, the amount of swiping we have to go on, somebody must notice, say, something.
Yeah. So one extra swipe take place somewhere.
No, and then, no, all right, fine. So you don't swipe now. So now you're packing $35 million in a one bag. Because it will work out, so cannot our handbag.
No. But we see them, I saw a picture where they have like, she hold a duffel bag, but I don't think that money they can hold in it. Unless she goes somewhere and drop off some money. Or, well, she couldn't travel out of the country with the money, Mama.
She couldn't. That's what we work out. So you sure that picture was her though? Because a lot of people have been sure.
Yeah. From what they're to how they're selling the story. If that is her, then looking at the picture, no, that must be a bag that she's just traveling with. The money have to still there in Jamaica somewhere, and somebody else have to have access to it for say.
Thank you.
All right, send the money at different times through this and
Thank you.
You know the plan, go, Mama, because she can't make the money reach to Canada by herself while she is in Canada.
No.
So somebody else have to be involved.
And who are going to change that the money there in Canada? This Jamaica 35 million. So who are going to change that up there? So we have some obstacles there. But something though, Beau-regard, that really is just the fact that they think that sensible people are going to buy that story tells us that we're in serious trouble, because we're being either led or influenced by a set of people who genuinely think that we're not very bright. And I don't blame them because we're not.
Well, I was thinking the same thing when I saw this balloon float from China to the United States the other day. So, there's a bunch of people out there who think we're gullible, Mama.
But something though, Beau-regard, when you check our history as human beings and our history as black people, the stories where them sell we, them and them people supposed to say they really bought that, but we bought it, so we have been buying it. So every now and then them just push out something out there for test to see if we still abide the stupidness, and them get back an answer very quickly, and the answer is, oh yes, we still buying them stupidness, and until we demonstrate to these people that we're not buying the nonsense, they're going to sell us nonsense.
Right. They're called PSYOPs, Mama Kelly. Psychological operations.
Exactly. And every now and then you can just see when them put out something for test we like, oh them test we see how long we're gonna talk about you seeing bold money, because them good see already say it a die down already, so them know how to wait out them something there.
True. Well, Mama Kelly, we have to take a break right here.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with our guest.
Yes, he's on the line.
All right. Even without her son. Kathleen, big up yourself anyway there. And,
Yeah, man,
you know,
Kathleen, yeah.
Man, it's been truly been an inspiration. Tell me about this song and what was your inspiration and motivation for writing this song? Soaring High.
You know, I just spoke about Kathleen and that she had lost her son. The 28th of this month would have been my son's memorial, because I lost a child like 10 years now. You know.
So
10 years
sorry to
ago.
hear that.
Yeah, he drowned at 4 years old. You know, so.
So
Right,
sorry to
so-
hear that.
Right. And I mean, but for Soaring High, you know, it's one of those songs that you know, it wasn't planned. And we actually came up with the song the same day in studio, record the song. We like when we leave the studio, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, you know. And but I guess, you know, going through stuff in life, and even before I started doing music, I would have, you know, questioned my purpose, because I mean, all I would want to know, you know, when I really there so far, what's my purpose, you know?
Yeah.
And in asking those questions, you know, I guess, you know, the most I led me to music, you know. So I am seeing myself even in this song as a youth asking, you know, and even reflecting on others and on other youths asking, you know, like, what will I be, you know? How will life be for me? So, you know, it would have been easy to flow along and just say, here we are, you to just relax, do what you have to do, you know. It's like an older version talking to even a younger version of myself, saying just relax, man, you will get there, it will be all right, you know.
TruVice, take us back to Bullhead Mountains. And first of all, direct us where in Clarendon we find Bullhead Mountains.
All right, Bullet Mountain. You know, to be honest, I can't give you a direct direction to Bullet Mountain.
Why?
Because I doubt if I've ever been there, maybe as a child with my old man or
Oh, okay. Because Bullhead Mountain keeps coming up when we search for information on you. Were you born there?
so. No, I wasn't.
No. So
No.
it come up.
I have no idea. I am actually from Mapen, like Mapen, you know. Born in Denby Hospital. I grew up partly grew up in Denby, nearby
Okay.
the hospital, and then to Palmer's Cross.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, because we know these areas because we've been mentioning Bullhead Mountain. We know that President Brown is from Bullhead Mountain, so
Right.
we were just trying to make a connection. But thank you very much for the clarity.
Yes,
What
Father.
kind of child was TruVice?
Always humble, you know, always cool, always, you know, just observant and, I mean, curious. Always I pull up stuff and I try to fix something, you know. Yeah.
That sound like me. That sound like me. We used to pull apart the radio. Anything happen to anything in the house, you just feel like you can fix it.
You feel
tape
like you
up
can
wire,
fix it.
you
Exactly.
unscrew the back of things and looking at it, and you know, Mama Kelly,
Right.
that's the type of person I was as well.
Most
You know?
boy picnic. That's all
Yeah,
no
man.
stay. So you were that kind of child, and what was your interest at that time? Pulling down that not sound like music or what that?
No, exactly. No, well. I mean, as a youth, all right. I grew up with my old man. He had a band, right? The Earth Vibration. He had a sound system, You know, so I grew up hearing music over and over in my ears at night time. Sometimes I want to sleep, can't sleep because the band room is nearby my back room. So, you know, so apart from pulling up stuff and trying to fix things, you know, I grew up in that musical environment.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
So you also got to watch them as them string up the band and pull it down on the sound system. You learn them little thing too.
And them look at something to write.
So what during that time when you were watching your dad and seeing that all around, what was going through your mind? Did you know that you could actually sing?
No, I didn't. And I want to tell you something, Mama Elise. I would say to myself that I found out that I can do music late because it was actually in Trinidad, away from Jamaica, that I discovered that I had, you know, the talent to this level where I could compose my own music and then, you know, ultimately find my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like not so long ago, maybe around 8-9 years ago.
How was that? What was that experience like?
I mean, it was so surreal because as I am saying, I've always asked like, yo, you know, me not, like, you know, you tell yourself, boy, me not see nothing special about me, what me can do, what me talent there. You know, so in discovering that I am actually, well, I would say made to do music, you know, it was an amazing feeling. It was like mind blowing to me, like when I'm actually doing it, like, wow. So I really write a song. When I sing the first song when I write for one, I'm a bridging. You know, him like, man, move fire, man. I know you write that, you know. Because out of nowhere, it was a night I was on a security post and them just start knock some rhythm and, you know, me start freestyle something. And I go home the next day and say, yo, me I find a rhythm, you know. I go up on YouTube and I start, you know, find a rhythm and start, I'm going to find myself start compose. So even my friend was blown away, like, brother, oh, you have just with the Trinidad that do security, or you have to say you start the music and start write song, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that is just how the divine work.
Yes, it works in different ways. But let me ask you something, because no, listening to you, me I say, so you never got church, and then tell yourself to sing.
No. Well, my mom used to normally go to church, you know, but you know, we try to duck church and come up with that kind of excuse on Sunday daytime to not go to
Most
church.
of we duck church, but we duck it after we find out we not sing.
How did you end up in Trinidad though?
Yeah.
Well. I mean, at the time, you know, I think I had a friend. He went over there and he said, "Yo, you know, Sean, come up now because Sean, I'm a yard name, as you know, would say. Sean, you have to come over Trinidad and work over here and you can go on." You know, as a young man, you may say, "All right, cool. You know, I'm go so I can make myself or whatever."
Yeah, go ahead.
Mama.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say, well, what was the difference from like when you were landing at Trinidad and leaving Jamaica? What was the difference in countries? How was that for you?
You know, new environment, you know, new culture, new atmosphere, you know what I mean? So you sort of just observing, you know, it's very different. I mean,
Are
it's very different.
Are there a lot of Jamaicans in Trinidad?
Well, in where I was, yes. And where I worked, yes, a lot of Jamaicans. I encountered a lot of Jamaicans.
Okay.
TruVice, you know what me that like you for do for me? Me that like you for take me through when you just realize say you can sing. Because the whole I was hear this tremendous voice. You take me through when you just find out as big man in a Trinidad when you play reggae, say you can sing. And what that did for you and how you start to see yourself. And when you found out that you cannot just sing, but you can sing.
I mean, Mama Elise, and you know, there's a story within the story because the laptop that I went home to use, you know, that laptop was purchased to do some else when never did to do still, you know, anyway. So, you know, we used a laptop there, and Ayatien was one of my inspiration back then. He was like one of my teacher without even knowing that he's teaching me, because I would have listened, you know, me listen to him transition from verse to chorus and chorus to, you know, intro and all of that. Me start count the bars and I realize it have 8 bars there, so sometimes it have 4 bars in the intro. So I was actually teaching myself the you know, that kind of about construction of a song. You know what I mean? And then while singing, because while singing and singing and singing, may I hear this sound and I'm like, whoa, I really I do this. So it as I said, sort of feels surreal. It sort of feel like, it was mind blowing to me as well. And composing the first song, and me say, all right, I love this something, and me just feel this passion, and I like, me go to work, me can't wait to come home, me there work, and the people them work. Depend the people them compound and make up one bag of nice, I sing song, I write. No, seriously. One bag of nice, when the people them compound, and but something I tell me to keep pushing my voice.
Yeah.
Like something continue to tell me to push the voice, the voice. And that is where I started to hear the sound, yeah, and this raspiness, and but there's something in me, Mama Elise, that's telling me you can do this, you need to do this, this is what you need to do, you know what I mean? And I just continue and I never stop.
This is a very interesting story. I've never heard a story like this before. Because we're talking to somebody who can sing. It's not that there's any doubt about the fact that he has an amazing voice. And through through just life and how life people journey differ, you found out. Can I say something though, TruVice? I'm sure you found out at a time when you really need to feel good about yourself.
Exactly. Because tell you what, while doing the security work, we had trouble with PA. I had kids back home. I think I had my first son, right? Yeah, my first son before he passed. So I had was to send back money. Then I had a second son as well, too. So thinking about all of that, going through all of that at that time. It was just a depressing time for me as a man, as a father, trying to, we have rent paying in Trinidad, we have all sorts of, bills to take care, and then, you're on the downside because life is sort of, sending you some curveballs. So in discovering that I can actually do music on this level, listen me, me just tell myself, say, when I come to Jamaica, and I pursue that music, and I don't care what happen after that.
So you left Trinidad right away?
Some months after me leave, man. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I can just imagine. Because if you find out now that you can sing, no disrespect to our Trinidadian friends, but you're in the wrong place.
TruVice, we have to take a commercial break now, Mama Kelly. But when we come back from the break, TruVice, I'm going to play another song of yours. And you just mentioned speaking about going through a lot of things that you were going through, depression. I want to ask you about the pandemic, and I'm going to play one of the songs that helped a lot of people to get through the pandemic when we come back from the break. All right?
Yes, man. All right. Cool. Yeah.
Yes. This song, brother. Just a few years ago, the whole entire world was going through heartache and pain, depression, mental illness. So much things affected a lot of people because of the pandemic, and this was one of the songs. There were a number of songs, but this was one of the songs from you that really and truly touched the audience here at Irie Jam Radio.
Right.
Talk to us about this one.
I mean, as many went through, as many, got affected, so was I, and as a father, was lost a child already, that paranoia goes set scene, and you're seeing news about, children dying and all of that, and, what I mean, so, it was a really a up and down thing for me mentally. Just trying to make sure that the kids are safe, and, I am taking the necessary precautions that I need to take, and, what I mean? So, I mean, it wasn't hard coming up with a song like this because it is evident, to what people are going through, even myself. Many lost their jobs. I mean, many fall into depression. The suicide rate actually went up and all of that. So, it wasn't hard. It just by just looking out the window, I mean, Mama Elise and my brethren, you could actually see what's going on, what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And go ahead, Mama.
So this song was actually written by you?
Yes, all my songs. Actually, I don't have a writer yet per se to say. All the songs that you hear from TruVice, um, is written by TruVice.
So when you find out, say you could have been right.
Whoa! I mean, it was the same time in Trinidad, Mama Elise. It was the same time. And then I mean, it just transcend into into more seriousness and learning how to capture the essence of what is going on around her.
Yeah.
And to be honest, this song, the concept of the song, like the producer for this song, he said to me that TruVice, I want you to write a song. He sent me the rhythm and he said, I want you to write a song and about what is going on now, about the pandemic and what we are going through. You know what I mean? He said, I want you to incorporate all of the things that, just as what my brethren said just now about, people in depression and all of that. He said just, just encompass all of that in our song, and that, healing was the result of it.
Wow. Brilliant.
And Bridget, your voice definitely helped to deliver the song in the right way. All these
Right.
songs, matter of fact,
Well,
Right.
something that I always wanted to ask you, TruVice, because when I listen to your music, right, although sometimes you're singing reggae, it's obvious that there's a country and western influence, even the way you write. Is there?
And yes, all right. Yes, the Soaring High, the guy that did, not the Virgin one, the Soaring High with when the other artist, right?
Yeah.
Problem.
He was the one who actually first said to me, Mama Elise, we inside the studio, and him said, TruVice, why you lean up your mouth so when you sing? Hey, Malik, right? Him say, oh, you leaning up your mouth. Him say, say that boy, you can do country and western door. Him say, yes, him say, I'm a brother like that, I'm a brother like that. So him say, say, TruVice, try country and western. He was the same singer that I sing Soaring High with. He was the one who said, TruVice, try country. That before we do Soaring, so you can imagine that's before we do Soaring High,
Yeah.
And him say, try country, TruVice. Listen some country instrumental and see where you get from it.
Wow. I don't know what the most I was saving you from, but it's obvious, it's obvious that you were being saved from something and was only released when you were ready. Bless you.
So tell us what? Go ahead, brother.
Just one more thing to add. Mama Elise, you know that when I came to Jamaica 2012, it was 2013 that I lost my son, just when I decided that I'm going to start, take music serious now.
Wow.
I landed like in August because I have 3 kids now. After that, after my son passed. So me and their mother, we landed here in Jamaica like the August, and by August 2012 and by February 2013, I lost my son.
So sorry to hear that.
Sad, Virgin. Tell us what we can look forward to from TruVice in the near future. Any projects that's coming out?
Well, most definitely. We have like an authentic reggae project coming up, and that is by True the Tool, Jason.
Yes, big up Jason.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jason is like a brother and part of my management as well too. So we have that project coming up. It's an 7-track EP. We do a cover on it. Book of Rules. We cover Book of Rules, and then we have the other tracks are original. But we didn't go like no country or anything like that. We are sticking with the reggae, with the roots.
Right.
Just to give people, because I honestly I don't really have a authentic reggae song per se. I am being honest about that. It's a mixture of reggae and other stuff. So more give the people them that authentic reggae side of TruVice.
I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that. Because you remember that first time you sent that CD with Soaring High on it.
Right.
And trust me, TruVice, it's like I kept asking. I don't remember who gave it to me, but I kept asking, so him write this? No, honestly, God, no. Because I got over the voice already because I'd never heard that before. But, just wait, let me ask you this, though. Because I saw you on the show when Jadon was promoting his new CD.
Right.
and that song that you do with him. Where did you learn to? Because I don't know if you've ever seen him perform Beau-regard, but he just learned that he could write. He just learned that he could sing. And now I need to ask him when he learned that he could perform.
and you know, I mean, why, Mama Elise? Sometimes when I guess when you're destined to do something in you just have to tap in and by you know just get the access to it and just flow within the moment, I guess, you know.
Yes.
Who do you watch when they're performing where you can say, all right, them me take a little thing from?
Right, you see. Honestly, being a man a general for me when it comes to performance. Capleton, you know, love him performance. I mean, you know, like for example, Virgo. I like how Virgo, you know, commanded and him take charge of the stage. And so, you know, it's a host of artists that are really kind of. But listen, I am a fan of music, you know. Like, me have my favorite artists them too, you know. Like,
of
you
course.
know, me love Berries and you know, Chronics and my artists them there, you know. You know, Virgo them and my artists them there. So me always sit down and watch them and start. Because, you know, no man is an island, and you're never too big to learn, and you can't be so conceited that, you know, you think that you are, and yes, you are, but there are others as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of us serve our purpose, you know, beautifully on earth. So you know, you look at others and you know, say, all right, yeah, me like commander, so me like, you know what I mean, and you take something and you had your twist to it and do your thing.
Right.
You know, nothing is wrong with emulating or looking up to others. Nothing is wrong with that.
Nothing, definitely not. You know, you talking about the project with Truth Be Told, I have the very first single from that project, the cover song, which is Book of Rules. But before I play that song, we can close
I'd
out
love
with
to
the
hear
song.
that.
You want me to drop? I could drop it right now.
No. Just close off, and we probably can close off with that. I would love to hear it.
I noticed you said on your social media platform. Tell everybody what's your social media platform before I ask a question, please.
All right, so it's TruVice, TruVice, and on Instagram it's TruVice Update. But right across the board, Viva and the Facebook, TruVice, TruVice.
All right. On your social media, on your Instagram, you put a caption. You said, "Determined to be the best version of myself." How do you prepare yourself every day to be the best version of yourself?
I mean, firstly, you know, giving thanks, and secondly, you know, always self-reflecting, and you know, because I mean, it's not striving to be perfect, you know, but to be a better man each day, and as you go along, you self-evaluate and you assess yourself. You know, you admit when you're wrong. You know, you try to improve on wherever areas that you need to improve on. You know what I mean? And honestly, I you know, I don't. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm sitting in the car with two of my kids, you know. So
Nice.
right, you know.
Man, yell them up for it.
All right. So I mean, you know, I just don't want. I don't only want to be the best musician that I can be, but you know, the best dad that I can be. You know, the best man in society that I can be. So it's about, you know, just going along and checking oneself and ensuring that, you know, you stick on the righteous path as best as you can.
Well said. I'm looking forward to hear you singing reggae, and that's what Beau-regard has, right?
Right.
Yes, Mama.
All right. So I tell you again, my closing comments to you, TruVice. You have so much to be thankful for. Your story is intriguing, and don't stop. Keep going.
Yes, Mama, it is.
Well, the whole tri-state is listening, my brother. You want to send any shout-outs?
Bless up. I mean, bless up to everyone, you know, and for who hearing TruVice for the first time, and for who have been listening to TruVice and supporting TruVice. Much thanks and respect. You know, big up to Jason, you know what I mean, True Tool Entertainment. And much love to Mama Elise. Been listening to Mama Elise from, you know, like as a young man. So, you know, one of my favorite radio personalities, to be honest.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man. So, all right. I always love Mama vibe. So, you know, bless up to everyone, man, and, you know, keep safe and be good.
All right, brethren, respect. Let me drop this song for Mama Kelly right now.
All right, much love.
Sounding good, Mama.
Sounding great. Nice. Thanks for that one, Beau-regard. You know,
Definitely.
nice. And you know, I know you're going to keep me posted on when, you know, when you're sending my copies. Wonderful.
Yes,
This was a lovely interview.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. TruVice, bless up yourself, my brother. Once again, this man, like I said, Mama Kelly, his music is powerful music with messages. So,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
I love that.
Bless up yourself, Beau-regard. Bless up New York. Bless up everyone.